All right, so this is from Marianne Ryan. Have you found, and this is for you,
Mhm.
have you found it hard to forgive the people that ignored your requests for help in Benghazi? And when you see those people and they want to shake your hand and act like nothing happened, how do you act?
Well,
Which,
I've
by the way,
never.
have you seen those
No,
people or anything?
I'll be honest. I'll probably never have to deal with that because they'll never be around me. I'll never be around them. I don't see a situation where that's ever going to happen. Where I'm going to go to a Hillary Clinton fundraiser and she's going to come to one of my speaking events and we're going to see each other. We're going to cross paths. It's not
What
going to
if you just
happen.
happen to cross paths?
I, I
How do you think it would go?
no, no, I don't think she'd come toward her. I think she knows who the hell I am. She'd
But
go
if
the other
you,
way.
let's just say, it just somehow happened, what would you just
No,
ignore it? Would you confront her? What would you do?
no,
And this is my question
I
now.
would be, no, I would be, I would do, not the polite thing, but no, I necessarily ignore, but I wouldn't shake her hand. It'd be one of those where the kind of the brush off. It would be looking at it, looking at the hand, looking at her, and shaking my head and walking
Because
off.
I've always felt
Something
maybe
like that.
differently than you on this, and then you could answer a
No,
question.
no,
I'm
no, go
sorry if
ahead. No,
I'm
no, no, it's
interrupting a
good. It's
question,
good. It's good.
but I've always felt this way, and maybe you don't feel the same way. This is never going to happen, but let's just say this is totally hypothetical. Hillary Clinton said, "Hey, I want to come on your podcast. I want to set the record
It'd be
straight, and
hard.
I
It'd
want to
be
have a
hard.
real conversation about this. Like, let's not resort to name calling. Let's just have a real I would be totally open to it, but I don't know about how you feel.
Well, I just don't, I don't think we wouldn't be named. I would be screaming. I don't do that anymore, guys. But I know I'd call her bullshit, and I think it would just be calling her bullshit. Backpedaling. Whenever I used to do the news with, like the first time I did one with Adam Smith, not Schiff. It was Adam Smith who called us a liar. He was a big congressman in Washington. I actually did it on the Hannity show. It turned into where it just was that he tried to say something. No, I said, nope, you're fucking lying. And I didn't say F
But
him.
also on TV, it's a little bit different because you got someone there and they got to like move things along quickly. Like
And,
if Hillary Clinton was like, I want to do a long form podcast and I want to give you my opinion, like I said, I would love it. I
I
think that would
well,
be pretty cool.
I'd have a lot of questions. I definitely would, and I would. Hey, where was
So would
Patrick
you do
Henry?
it or would you
Where
say,
was Charlie
fuck you,
Lamb?
we don't want you on?
No, no, no. I don't think I'd ever do that. But I would definitely call her bullshit because
No, of course, of course. Yeah.
and I think she would be done.
I want George Santos on the podcast. I've
Well,
said that
yeah,
many
I've
times. I
seen
want to
it.
call his bullshit, but I want him on. I
But
wouldn't yell
no,
at him.
I'd
Yeah.
have no, I'd have him on. Barack Obama is more responsible for Benghazi than Hillary. I'd have his dumbass on and call his bullshit, but he wouldn't come on. I think if they ever came to the point where if we ever were in the same room, it's no. What is? Don't apologize to me for anything. I asked for your apology. I asked for their apologies a long time ago, and it didn't happen. I asked for the agency apologies, the director Brennan. I asked for the chief of support who was there. I can't give her name because I think she's still working. We didn't get it, and it's that time's gone. Now it's to hell with y'all. It's more of like to hell, go to hell. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm going my way and I'm going to live my life. I don't want an apology. If they came up to me and I could see it was sincere, I always listen to somebody who's sincere, even if I hate them. I'm going to if I can see that it's sincere and
Sure.
they're actually that's the human thing to do. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just the right thing to do. What would Jesus do? Let me ask you, all you Christians out, what would Jesus do? He would listen to. Well, that's what I would do. But it would have to be very sincere. It would. It wouldn't just be, and it wouldn't, and nothing public. It doesn't need to be public. To me, that's not sincere. You're doing it for a publicity shot, and I've been in the middle of that shit too. So no, I wouldn't go out of the way to go find them to apologize. It's not worth it. They're so far below me. They are. It's not worth it. Below me, below everything that I stand for. And I know the truth and I know what happened. But if they came up to me and said, can we talk? Like let's say you and I had a fight. You came up,
Yeah.
hey dude, come,
Yeah,
we
but
need to talk.
I'm not Hillary Clinton.
You're not Hillary Clinton, but
I
it's
don't think there's anything I could do that would piss
it's,
you off as much.
not
So
like that. You'd have really, yeah, you have to leave me to die in a foreign land. I mean, I
yeah.
don't think that's good. But it's like a good friend that you've had for years that you just had a falling out, and they came up to you and said, "Hey, can we talk for a second in private?" Sure, let's go talk. And then it would have to be sincere. It really would, and it would have to be an apology, and it's going to be a one-sided thing for all them people. I don't have nothing to apologize about. You guys left us, so it'd have to be I apologize, but that will never happen. Politicians don't do that. They never will because they're never wrong. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't. It's over. They're so far. They really are. They're dead to me, literally and figuratively. I got nothing for them. I don't want to be around them. I could care less if they're in the same room. Snub my nose at them. I'm walking the other way. But I'm with you, Ian. If one of them wanted to come on, yeah,
I just
come
think it would
on.
be, like it
It
would be a
would.
little different, but what I could compare it to recently, which I thought was really good and actually really interesting, was Tucker Carlson having Chris Cuomo on, who I just referenced. And it was a great conversation. It wasn't them,
Yeah,
cursing
back
each
and
other
forth,
out.
back and forth.
And they saw eye to eye on a lot more than you would think. And I thought it was a good long podcast, like the same way that we do. So I do think we need more of that,
Oh,
of people
and
who vehemently disagree on things, just hashing things out and having a real conversation.
and you're right. You do find a lot of times. I don't know if in this case we would,
No,
but
not in this. Yeah.
but a lot of times, and a lot of times you do find a common ground. You do. I don't think we would if and shit, Barack Obama, John Brennan, Mike Morrell, Patrick Kennedy, Charlene Lamb, Hillary Clinton coming on our podcast. No, that's never going to happen. They never would.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to, yeah. And you know
I
what?
still want to
Maybe
try to get George Santos on for real
you
because he
you
lives in my district, and I really do feel like I may see him on the street, and
you
I
know
do
more
feel like
about
I
that.
would say, "Come on, man, just let's have a real conversation about you." And I would ask him about stealing money from veterans. I think the world does need more conversations like that. So, but yeah, this is not her question. I know it's a different question, but I do always think about that, man. If like it would almost be people might think it's weird to say it, but it would be a dream podcast to have one of those people on here
Oh,
and
well,
to have just
good.
a real conversation about this stuff.
And maybe when before one of them dies, they want to clear their conscience before they go up to our maker so they don't go to hell. Maybe, hey, come on the show, man. Let's get it out. This is confession. Come on, Battleline Podcast, Barack Obama. Let's confess what you did to our
I mean,
team and
truthfully,
what
I
you
feel
did
like
after.
it would go better than it probably would have went 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you would
No,
be like, I'm gonna,
no, go.
stuff you said on Fox News. I think
Yeah,
you'd
no.
probably handle it differently, right? So
Watch that interview with me and Adam Smith. It was me and Oz and Adam Smith, Congressman Smith. It was no, I was a dick. No, but I was mad. I was so mad. But he would try to say something. I said, "No, you're lying. You're lying." I
yeah.
mean, that's all it was. And it got. Oh man, that was when I had all those accounts, and I think my accounts blew up overnight. All those damn social media because I was the angry. I was angry, picking a side person, bashing a left wing congressman who was calling us liars. And he was trying to, no, I'm not lying. Yes, you were. You're full of shit. And that's really what I was saying the whole time without saying you're full of shit. It was a terrible interview. I can't, I was like, God, that was awful, man. But everybody wanted to see it. But that's
Yeah.
not what would happen. I'm not like that anymore. I don't want to be like that anymore.
Yeah.